Wow, good afternoon to everyone here. My name is Anthony Leben. Welcome to this show of BDTV Match Center. I know a lot of football fans are excited about Tuesday's outcome. While, like we said the last time on the show, playoff hopes looking like it's fading, but it's like it's alive now. Super Eagles did the unimaginable against Benin Republic 4-0. I can't remember the last time Super Eagles scored that kind of goal to bring back their 2026 World Cup hopes. And now they have the opportunity in the playoffs, and that's another hurdle to cross. People say, hey, another from pan to fire and all of that. But other Nigerians are still hopeful that, well, it could be possible. With me to discuss this, Ibrahim, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. It's been a lovely day so far.
Yeah, wow. So what was it feeling like before the match against Benin Republic?
Before the match, I mentioned that it would be a lot of mathematics, addition and subtraction to see the Super Eagles, scale out of that group, either as the top winner, qualifier, or being second in on the table. But then you realize that we only qualified as a nation through a team here, because I think Uganda lost to Algeria. That was the miracle on that day, because on the best losers log we were fourth. So
are we fourth or third?
We were fourth because we were third before
the Congo played. They played. Yes.
Then after DR Congo played,
we fourth.
We were fourth. So we literally pushed, I think, Burkina Faso down.
Yes.
So, and that was because Uganda didn't win their game. So it was a wonderful feeling, and you could sense from that game that even the players want to be
at the World
Cup. They want to play because that's the biggest national football competition in the world.
Globally.
So globally, so you want to play among the top boys. You want to also let them know you have quality to offer. So, and that is where you also sell your market as a player. That's why I think that's one of the reasons why they push themselves to do the unimaginable. Like you said, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
I cannot even imagine the last time Nigeria scored 3.
Not talk of 4.
Not talk of 4.
And it was a clean sheet.
It was a clean sheet. That was the first time we would take, coming out of a clean sheet and scoring as many goals as 4 in the qualifier. So it's helped. It's given us a lifeline as a nation. Now I believe this is not the time to sit back and relax. Gabon that we want to play next. We saw what Aubameyang did, also scoring like 4 goals in their I think second to last game. So they are also a very good team. As a matter of fact, if not because of Eritrea,
pulling out
of
would have been out of the race.
Exactly, because Gabon, they play wonderfully where they had better points, they had better goals. So it's always a good feeling as a Nigerian to see that we still have a lifeline to be in the US and Mexico and Canada.
Yeah. Wow, interesting. So let's look at the playoff. And like what you said, it's not time to, yes, while you celebrate, it's not as if you have gotten the tickets. Like somebody said, a patient who was in ICU now has been discharged from ICU, is now at the ward, recuperating. It's not as if the patient has been discharged. Yeah. Nigeria was like, we're in ICU before. Now we are not under ICU anymore. But again, we have been stabilized, but we've not been discharged in the sense that we've not gotten the ticket. So if you look at it now, Cameroon is playing DR Congo. Let's hope that Nigeria, because I feel that maybe this win is a very, very, very big inspiration for the team, big inspiration for the boys, big inspiration for Nigerians who have lost hope on Nigeria. So now if we scale through Gabon, now we are likely to meet Cameroon or DR Congo. That is another wahala. So what are our chances?
So I think all the 4 countries, all the 4 nations, going head to head for that ticket, or locally, that's the CAF qualifying playoff. They have the chance. They have the 50% chance of scaling through. And Nigeria is actually the worst team there, the worst nation.
I don't believe.
So when I say worst, I'm coming.
What do you mean by worst?
So because if you look in terms of the goal scored and the points earned as a second place team.
In terms of FIFA ranking,
I'm not talking FIFA ranking.
No.
The qualifier.
See, if you look at the rankings,
yes,
how they did was the top ranking versus the lowest ranking. In terms of ranking, we're ahead of Gabon.
Okay.
In terms of FIFA ranking, the best team in Africa, we're ahead of Gabon, and I'm also sure we're ahead of DR Congo. So when you now say Nigeria is the worst team,
Well, so
I don't get
was I'm talking about this qualifier itself. I'm not saying
this
generally.
qualifiers. Okay,
Yeah,
they've
this
been poor, this
qualifier they've been very, very poor.
Okay.
So as a matter of fact, like I said earlier, they came last in the best top team.
Yeah.
So
Best runners
so
up, yes.
you could see that as a matter of we were going into this playoff as an underdog. We should let go of the.
I don't believe in that. No, don't use that word underdog for Nigeria. 3 times AFCON winner. How many times have this guy?
When was the last time Nigeria won this competition?
See
the CAF competition.
See, we came second the last time.
But when was the last time Nigeria won the competition?
It was. You can't compare. Maybe if
if you want,
you are looking at stats, present stats. But if you check the name Nigeria alone, you can't bring Nigeria and you bring Gabon in terms of football, and you say because yes, football is a game of possibilities.
But we could not. We find it difficult to beat a Zimbabwe team.
Are you saying that Nigeria don't have chance of qualifying from this CAF?
I'm saying all the 4 teams there have a 50% chance of qualifying. So Nigeria should go in there as an underdog, not because we've won 3 CAF champions.
I don't want you to use that underdog. Don't use that underdog. You can just say, because when you say underdog,
yeah,
in terms of both the stats, current stats,
so
and everything. So Nigeria is just like
I'm coming.
We have two.
Let's look at Barcelona, a big team or not?
They are very big team.
Okay, so in today's football and the way the current competition is in Europe,
yes,
as you're talking about the UEFA Champions League, what has Barca done in the last 5 years?
No. If you are pairing Barca, the last Champions League, you know where they were. They
got to the semi-final.
So will you call them underdogs?
Before then.
Will you call them underdogs?
No, so I said they are going into the playoff.
I expect you to. Well, maybe that's your opinion anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe Nigeria have not had a good World Cup qualifier run. Fine, but that does not make us an underdogs. When you have Gabon should be the underdogs.
So we are exactly on a good day. Gabon should be the underdogs. Yes, Nigeria. On a good day.
They are
on a good day, because if you look at this qualifier, as a matter of fact, Nigeria is not. So Nigeria is like a miracle that has happened.
Well, it happens in football.
Exactly. So Nigeria is like a miracle that has happened, because if Eritrea again did not pull out of that competition, Gabon is qualifying already, or Gabon is playing. Gabon is even qualifying already, because they have a big. Gabon and DRC Congo. This other team, what's his name? Cameroon. They've not performed very well. Cameroon is also a very big team when it comes to African football. But when it comes to this qualifier that we're talking about, they've not performed. So Nigeria, Cameroon, Gabon, and DRC, they have the 50% chance of scaling through. My point is Nigeria should not be playing Gabon on the note of, oh, we are strong.
Maybe underrating.
Exactly. So we need to go there as if we are hungry. We should go there as an underdog. I'm not saying Nigeria is an underdog. We should go there as an underdog that needs to scale through, or by crook or by hook. Play this game. We don't need beautiful football. Just make sure you qualify for this World Cup before you go to the intercontinental phase. Beat your local peers. Then we cannot talk about the intercontinental phase. As it is, I feel like Nigeria will scale through, beat Gabon, but I would hope they will go into that game with that mindset of
they might. What if they beat Gabon and they face Cameroon
again?
That's it. That's a very, very tough one.
Again, like I said, we should let go of that mindset of we are one of the biggest on the continent. Yes, we are, but when in recent times we've not been performing very well, we should play those games like underdogs. I'm using that word because an underdog is always hungry.
No, what you are saying underdog, what you are saying maybe perhaps that we should approach that game with all sense of desperation, with all sense of seriousness, like what we did
seriousness. Yes,
with Benin Republic.
You know, the game in the first leg, I think it was 2-1 in favor of Benin Republic. But you could see what was done in the last game. We knew, okay, what we need to do is this. The qualification is no longer in our hand, but the thing we can do is score more goals than our opposition. Score as many goals. Before the game, the analysis was Nigeria should try as much as possible to score at least 4 goals to make us to put the country on a good side when it comes to goal difference. Get all 3 points. Then hopefully Rwanda will hold South Africa back. but Rwanda couldn't get the job done.
They couldn't get the job done.
But we did ours.
Oh yes,
that's the mindset. Go to play the game against Gabon with that same mindset of we just need to beat these guys, score more goals than them, and try as much as possible not to concede.
Yes.
But if we are conceding, let's make sure we are scoring more goals than them,
yes.
because it's a one-phase game.
That's the last
exactly.
Yes,
so
yes,
if
last match for the qualifiers,
if you play a draw, probably extra time or penalty kick, there's no second leg before you now play the other side. So I feel like Nigeria, again, that's why I'm using the word underdog. Nigeria should go into this game and, with all sense of seriousness, and not because we've beaten Benin Republic 4-0. We've arrived.
No. Okay, now I get it.
Yeah, so we play this game as if we were nothing. Now we're trying to be something. Yeah, I'm sure we will come out.
Okay, yeah, sure. So I want to ask again, looking at the team, is similar to the same set of teams that have struggled in other qualifiers, and will you credit that form to Chile's performance, or you credit it to the boys' zeal and determination?
Well, for one, the boys' zeal and determination or not, they won't be on the pitch if Chile didn't put them there. That's very important. If Chile is saying that Osimhen needs to sit down and probably Tosin is starting, he can't do anything. So I'll say we should give kudos to him. He has not lost any game since he became the manager of the national team of Nigeria. Yes, the points, the games, they've not been beautiful. They've not been winning as many matches as possible. As a matter of fact, we've been dropping points where you would expect Nigeria to win. So, but the last game, I felt, and I'm still feeling that he probably just stuck with the guys and said, okay, this competition, matter of fact, might not be mine. It's yours. At the end of the day, when you get to the world stage, people across the world are watching you. Osimhen, you play in Turkey. I'm sure not everyone in the world is seeing you. But if you got to go to the World Cup, where you are seeing countries from all region, all continents, coming to watch their own countries, coming to support their own country, they get to see their opposition. And that's a grand, a platform where every single one of them, we have two African best players in the team. We should, on a good day, on paper, we should not be playing playoff.
Yeah, but it's just unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. So I feel like the kudos first to go to the manager. He's done well. Yeah. Then the second will be to the players, because they also felt the sense of urgency and seriousness to beat Benin Republic on that day. Within 3-5 minutes, we're leading one goal to
yes, sharp shows that that shows
that word sharp exactly. They were ready.
And I can't remember the last time we scored that early. Like sometimes you score the first goal before you do it, those guys equalize back.
Then you also see that when Osimhen was substituted, the game was still going as see.
Yeah, there was still intensity
to want to score more, which gave Onyeka that goal. Yeah, so I feel like if we go into the game against Gabon with that same tenacity and energy,
yes,
we'll be able to beat anybody, not just Gabon.
When you talking about anybody, so that takes us to, when you say anybody, it takes us to intercontinental playoff. Now, scaling through the CAF hurdle. You understand? That one you play two matches. Yeah. If you win the two, that qualifies you for the intercontinental playoff. With 6 teams playing in intercontinental playoff, and you have teams from CONCACAF, either between Jamaica, Costa Rica, or Panama. Then you have teams either between Iraq or UAE. We have those teams are on a good day, like what you said, Bolivia, New Caledonia. So I think with these guys, and from those 6, 2
country,
with all these guys, and looking at the zeal and the passion, we have many Nigerians will say, okay, with this one, we'll trash them, we'll qualify. Do you think it's a walk in the pan for Super Eagles if they finally scale through to the intercontinental playoff? Looking at the opposition they will face.
So I think we need to also do an holistic view of all of this. Let's look at the last World Cup. We saw Saudi Arabia beating teams that we never expected to beat.
Yes.
So many countries across board are waking up. They are investing in their football. In football, Saudi Arabia now, you see Cristiano Ronaldo playing there. And we have clubs in the UAE, Iraq, playing their own Champions League. I genuinely think the order for Nigeria first is to try to scale locally.
I think the biggest hurdle is the calf hurdle.
The calf hurdle
is the biggest hurdle.
We know Cameroon is not playing well, but they don't want to hear the name Nigeria.
When you hear Cameroon, Ghana, it's not about their current
It's not about form, yes.
It's
so
like
they don't want to hear the name Nigeria.
The rivalry is when they hear the name Nigeria, it's like a dead lion waking up suddenly.
Exactly. So that is the odd, not Bolivia. Bolivia, Jamaica, Costa Rica, Panama, they are like secondary. The primary thing is for us to play CAF.
Yeah, to scale through the
CAF before we go intercontinental. But generally, I feel like if Nigeria can scale through, and we need just two nations to qualify from intercontinental, Nigeria can make second or at least second.
Worst case scenario,
at least second.
We see.
Bolivia. Look at Bolivia.
Is it Iraq or UAE?
When you look at Bolivia,
Jamaica, the only team I might see that might want to give us a tough run could be Costa Rica. I might be wrong, but Panama. If we approach this game, and I see the 4-0 win is an eye opener. It's that spark, guys. Wake up. So and bear in mind again that these guys, they know that. In fact, I was telling someone, I said these guys need this World Cup more than we.
Yes,
because
more than the manager.
The likes of Ekong, after this World Cup, he might not even play under World Cup again.
It's not playing anymore.
Osimhen wants to be at the World Cup. He's 26 now. Next year 27. By next 4 years, 27 plus 4, that is 31. How are you sure he'll be in that form? The likes of Lukman too. So for me, and other players in the team, for me, this is like now or never opportunity for them to play at the World Cup.
I just hope that they won't be like the star-studded Belgian team of Hazard, Lukaku, De Bruyne and the likes, or the England team that could not make anything happen with Lampard, Gerrard and co. So,
but those ones play at the World Cup too now.
But they didn't do.
We are not even playing. We are not even playing. So we are not going. Like I told somebody, yes, except if miracle happens, Nigeria is not going to the World Cup. Maybe I don't want to sound unpatriotic.
No.
We are not going to the World Cup to win the World Cup. I say yes. Let it be participation and let's create some upsets. Like you said, Saudi Arabia created. So let's create that upset.
Let's create the upset, and also that is where we can now start saying Nigeria is one of, if not the best nation on the continent when it comes to football, at least one of the best. In the case you look at Ghana, got to semi-final, I think, before the Uruguay game at the quarterfinals with the Uruguay game, Suarez handball and all of that. Then saw Morocco also did fantastically well against the likes of Portugal and co. So Nigeria is not just. So I feel, as a nation, as a football nation that Nigeria is, we should not just be going to any competition at all, especially when it concerns the Super Eagles. So just participate.
So our mindset should be.
Our mindset is
to make impact.
Make impact. One game at a time. One game at a time. We've beaten Argentina before. Also, we cannot do it again. We should try to beat these guys. We should not go into games. I know it's difficult.
Yeah, of course, it's also possible.
But it's very, very possible. The Leicester won the Premier League out of the blue. There was a Chelsea, there was a Man City, there was a Liverpool, Arsenal, and the like. So I think Nigeria, with our quality,
yes,
if we to play good football, we play as a compact, as a unit, we can go elsewhere with any team.
Oh, wow, interesting. So if you look at Eric Chile, like we mentioned earlier, will you advise that the NFL still stick with this guy, not only for the Nations Cup, because after this CAF playoff, the intercontinental playoff is in March next year. Will you still advise the NFF to just, because our problem in the past has been consistent changing management, and that has affected the team. So I will just ask, will you advise the NFF to just keep up with Eric Chile? And secondly, again, if you have to be Eric Chile, will you advise him to what areas do you think he needs to rejig the team? Because there are more hurdles to come. Yeah. Because there are some areas we need to work on. Nwabali is getting distracted. And I feel that it's high time for the manager to begin to look for an alternative, like a plan B or second choice goalkeeper. So which area will you think Chile needs to work on? And should he also stick with this present squad or open it up for more players to join the team?
Okay, so I think one of the major positions I'd say if I was to be Chile would be the midfield. We know that if you feed Osimhen, he's scoring goals. And Osimhen, as much as possible, tries to always create something out of nothing. And if you're not passing the ball to him, it's not getting to him, He can't score goals. So I think the midfield, and I feel like this current crop of players, they can do it. They can make it happen. My problem is probably they've not come together. That synergy is not there yet. So if you should take someone joining them to make it happen, fine, get someone in. But I feel like and will be in the D and the likes of the guy at the midfield can make it happen. Onyeka, I was
on that one, Onyeka too.
I was looking at a stat to this morning before we came in. Open play chances created in the Premier League. Iwobi is in top 10.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. He did very well. He disqualified.
You understand?
Fantastic.
So if Iwobi is playing is the top 10 in the Premier League, I feel like he still have that same quality to give to the national team. We just need synergy around that midfield. Then we talk about Nwabali. Yeah? I feel when he came in, he was humble, he was quiet, he kept his head low, got the job done, and recently he's been moving, like you said, distracted. I feel like we need something like that in the team. I just don't feel like we should be getting it from a goalkeeper. We need someone who can also. I saw a clip where Otamendi was bullying Iheanacho. We need someone like that too in the team, where you see your opposition, trying to do. We're bigger than you, we're stronger than you. We have a player that can also come, a Sergio Ramos kind of, that can come and say, what are you doing? You can't touch my guy like that. So, but I feel he's been distracted and he's been too cocky for his quality. He needs to tone it down a little bit. Then we need discipline across the board in that team.
Wow, interesting. This is how far we can bring to you on today's edition. We hope you enjoyed it. And to millions of Nigerian fans, congratulations. We are not there yet. We are one step ahead. The playoff is in next month. For those who can pray. Those who can fast. Nigeria must get the World Cup ticket. My name is Anthony Lebe. And Ibrahim, thank you for having me today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. See you guys next week. Bye for now.